guys, and welcome to Canadian Glam Ma'am. Glam Ma'am here, and today's look for you is going to be a more natural, everyday wearing look that anybody can wear. Something quick and easy to throw on before you head out the door. But before we get started, I just have a couple announcements. So the first thing I want to do is apologize for not having this up sooner. I know I did say that I was going to have it posted 2 days ago, but due to editing issues and life getting in the way, it's been taking me a little bit longer to get it up. So I just want to apologize for that. Secondly, I want to give a huge shout out to Deborah Grimsley. She was my very first YouTube subscriber. Well, technically my second because my husband was my first, so props to him. But she follows me on Twitter and Instagram and then went ahead and started joining me on my YouTube tutorials, so I just want to give a big thanks to her. She's been really sweet to me, so Deborah, if you're watching, which you probably are, I just want to give you a thanks. And lastly, I do have a makeup haul video coming up. I'm hoping it's going to be my next video. If not, it'll be the one after that. I did a B&H haul. I'm also going to go ahead and grab some of your everyday products from the drugstore and throw that in there, and we're going to do a little bit of first impressions, swatching, kind of unboxing, unveiling video of those products. So if you're looking forward to something like that, that is going to be coming up in the near future. Pardon me. So let's get things started. I am going to be working from the Shany palette today. So today's colors, like I said, are going to be very natural, warm, something everybody can wear. So my first thing, I've already did my foundation, my contouring, and I've already went ahead and primed my eyes. As you see that I've already done the first eye, so I'm trying to really speed this video up. So I noticed that they are getting pretty lengthy, and I know that not everybody has half an hour or 45 minutes to sit down and watch a tutorial. So I am going to, hopefully in the future, speed them up by doing half of it, so I'm just repeating the other half so that you can see what I'm doing. So our first color that we're going to grab is this light, more, it's almost like a highlight, it is a highlighting color. We're going to go ahead and place that on the entire eye. This is going to set the eyelid primer that we've already put there, but also brighten the eyelid up. So I'm going to start on the outer corner, bring it into the inner corner of the eyelid, and then just going ahead and brushing that up underneath the eyebrow onto the brow bone. So you don't need to do anything specific with this one, you know, just making sure that it is blended out. You don't want patchy spots. And once you're done that, I'm going to grab this shade over here. It's more of a skin tone color. If your skin tone is a little bit lighter, go with a lighter shade. If it's a little bit darker, go ahead and grab a darker shade. And that is just going to be our baseline so that the rest of the shadows we put on afterwards blend out more smoothly. So using the same brush that you just used, go ahead and grab that. And just do the same thing that we just did. Again, outer corner of the eye into the inner corner of the eye across the lid, and then not going as high, just staying tightly in the crease. I'm really hoping you guys can see this and that there's not going to be a glare and I'm not going to have to refilm this again for the third time. Next, I'm going to grab a chocolate brown color. I'm working with this chocolate brown color right here. It is on the lighter side. It's not a very dark chocolate brown, so more of a milk chocolate, I guess you could say. Just working within my color range for my skin tones. So grabbing that on our smaller brush, smaller than the last brush, and this one you're going to keep to the outer corner and just keep it nice and tight in the crease line. You don't want to bring it up too high, and you don't want to cover your entire eyelid with it. So starting on the outer corner, we're just small circular motions, and then we're going to do a swoop, staying about 3/4 of the way in. We don't want to bring it right down into the eyelid, into the corner of the eye, because it's going to make your eye look smaller. I want this look to be more open and awake, more natural. So I'm just going to buff this back and forth in the crease and keeping it nice and tight on the outer corner. Very simple. And then once you have the pigmentation that you want, you move on to the next step. So for this look, I'm not going to be using any more shadows. I am going to be using my favorite go-to at the moment highlighter palette by WetNWild. I will have, thanks to Deborah again reminding me to make sure I have the products in the description box, I will have everything that was used in this tutorial in the link below. So I'm working, again, like I said, from the WetNWild highlighter palette. I'm going to grab a flat eyeshadow brush for this next step. And I'm going to go in with this dusty rose color right here. I'm just going to add just the tiniest bit on it, hiding out the extra. And I'm just going to stay right on the eyelid with this color, starting in the inner corner. And I'm just going to pat. And then once you've got your color patted in there, I'm just going to go back and forth and blend that in. And that's just staying on the eyelid itself. And again, not bringing it up into the crease, just staying right on the eyelid. And then I'm going to go ahead with that baby pink that was right above this one, right here. I'm going to use the same brush, take a bit of that color, tapping it out, and place that right over the eyeshadow that we just placed it. So this is just brightening that shadow, but blending the two of them in together to make more of a skin color pink base. And lastly, I'm going to be taking a angled brush, like so, and grabbing that very, very light highlighter color at the top. It's kind of got like a gold flux in it, but it's not quite as gold. It's more along the silvery side. I'm going to be just taking this and lightly dusting it underneath the brow bone or the eyebrow to highlight my brow bone and give more definition to my eyebrow, like so. And then the same color, I'm going to pat in an up and down motion like this on the inner corner of my eye, and that is just going to make your eye open even more. So this is a look that you really want to try and use, especially if you're really, really tired or you're in a hurry, because it's very, very simple. You don't need to worry about blending and blending and blending to make sure those colors that you would be using are blended out. So next I'm just going to go in and really, really, really pushing just the color right into my lash line. Give it a little bit more dimension by pushing my eyeliner as close as possible to my lashes I possibly can. I'm going to be using the WetNWild graphic marker eyeliner just because I haven't found a kohl liner that I like more for this. And this is really, really fine. So just pushing it as close to your lashes as you possibly can. It doesn't have to be precise because we will be buffing it out. And once you get a nice tight color on your lash line, I'm going ahead and grabbing my pencil brush and picking up that same chocolate brown color, just a very, very small amount of it on the pencil brush, and I'm just going to buff over top of that line that we just did. And next I'm going to grab my eyelash curler and I'm going to curl my lashes. And grabbing your favorite mascara, again I'm using the IT Cosmetics Hello Lashes for this. We're just going to apply mascara to your lashes, top and bottom. I will not be using fake lashes today because I wanted this, again, very natural. So that's it for my eyes. And now just to give, I've done my contouring, but I have not done my blush and my highlight. I'm going to be finally getting to work with this Lilac one that I did the review on in my last video. I'm going to grab this lilac color right here and then use the other side as my highlighter. So grabbing my blush brush, I'm just going to lightly dust that onto my cheekbone. Like so, until I get the pigmentation that I want. This is a really, really light color. In my last video I was using the Tulip, and it is a lot brighter. And just going in with that same angled brush that we used for the highlighter on our eyes, I'm going to grab the next light color in the palette, and I'm just going to do a light dusting over top on just the higher point of my cheekbone, and this will just give it some definition. Hopefully the light's hitting that. I think you can see it. And again, using that same one, I'm going to go ahead and highlight the rest of my face because I have already done the contouring. So I'm going to, on top of my Cupid's bow, like so, on the center of my nose. And this will just bring light and warmth into your face. My chin area. Again, I'm not putting a lot of pressure. I'm literally just barely touching my skin and the center of my forehead because I have already done the contouring on my forehead. And once that's done, then we're good for all of that. And the last thing I'm going to do is my lips. Today I am not going to be using a lip liner. Again, I want it as natural as possible that I can possibly get with this look. So, sticking with that theme, you can use like a peach or a nude. I am going to be using the Pacifica lipstick that I did that review on. From it was in my favorites. This is in the shade Sweet One. And I'm not going to put a full coat on, I just want a little bit of that color. So I'm just going to barely blot it on my lips. So as you can see, it's just barely on there. That's not the full swatch of color. But I am going to blend it out. I'm going to be using this clear gloss by BonneBelle. I think that's how you pronounce it. And I'm just going to put a full coat of this on. And as you can see, it blended it out and brought the color all the way through, but not left it patchy, so it smoothed things out. And after you've done that, then just go ahead with your makeup setting spray. You don't have to use makeup setting spray. I like to because I want to be able to, sorry about that, keep my makeup on as long as possible without having to do touch-ups or reapplying. So again, just a quick spritz all over your face. Like that, and then you just let it dry, and that's it. So thank you guys for watching. Again, I just want to do a quick reminder that you can still jump in on the giveaway, so you can just go ahead and put hashtag pick me in the comment section. If you like this look, give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe. And also please let me know what kind of videos you guys are looking for, if there's specific looks, if there's a specific celebrity that you really enjoy the looks that they wear. Please let me know. I will do some research on it and I will try the best that I can to do a replica of the look that they are wearing. So until next time, guys, thanks again for watching, and remember to inspire and be inspired.